I gotta congratulate this man, Josh Pease, for the Juneteenth event that happened last week.
Oh yeah!
Shout out to you and the team. That shit looked crazy.
Shout out to Leimert Park, man.
Yeah, can you just give us a clue in this how that came together? Because to me, that came together really fast.
No, I mean it's funny. This is our second year doing it. Leimert Park's been having that Juneteenth celebration.
Yeah.
I would at least say for like the last 5 years. Shout out to Six Sev, Mayor of Leimert. He kind of kicked it off and has been like a young voice and just person thriving in that scene. I think after 2019 or 2020, what was George Floyd 2020, right?
2020.
I think after that was like the first Juneteenth where it was like a lot of people just back out there. The following year, that was when we came in and were involved. Or no, it might have been the year after that. But anyway, Amazon came in and was like, yo, this is something dope. We want to just support the culture, support the scene. We just was like, yo, like you guys are already doing y'all thing. Like, let us just own a stage. Right. We'll bring some talent out. This year is just a bigger event.
Crazy.
We had we owned one of the stages. We brought out Amazon Access, which is like the team at Amazon that like lets people know about layaway plans and EBT and just like they're like honestly, if people don't know about this, check out AmazonAccess.com. They are the plug for inner city families trying to just figure out little programs and things like that's going on. We brought them out though. They're a big part of it. This is also Hip Hop 50, so we had like a big Hip Hop 50 activation there. We had like a lowrider out there, and then like a bunch of classic West Coast photos from like Mike Miller, Danny, Top Shelf Company, Estevan Oreo.
Yeah.
Some classic photos too, like photos of fucking Dre when he had his hands tatted by fucking Mr. Cartoon, like just wild shit. So yeah, that was like a piece of it. And then of course the stage. Yeah. We had Jasmine Sullivan as our headliner. We had Too Short, who was a part of our like Hip Hop 50 campaign, 50 and Forever. Wale, Alex Vaughn, and Kaylin Farrell. And shit was crazy, man. Like honestly, like leading up to it, I was like, yo, this is gonna be crazy. I'm not a big Jasmine Sullivan fan,
right?
But I saw how big of a fan people were when we like announced it.
Yeah.
And like it was like people hitting me up from all over. Like
I gotta
like,
get in.
Yeah, and it's like it's a free event. Like I was just like, man, just walk up. It's Leimert Park. But so yeah, we've been planning this for like months, years even, cause just even getting the contracting down with their team. That shit was just a lot to get through. But yeah, no, it was epic, man. Like we had over 50,000 people out there.
It's crazy.
And we kind of anticipated that. Like we even had like screens in the back just so people in the back could see. But yeah, I didn't anticipate just like the energy of Leimert Park that day when I got there was just a little bit different than it's ever been.
Describe that.
It's not even funny. It's like it was just like a little more. I don't know. Like it was just like an energy in the air, like just electricity, and it wasn't a bad or a good thing. It was just like this electricity in the air. And as we start to set up, we're like, okay, like it's gonna be a good day.
Right.
Everything was going good. And then, and it wasn't even that anything went bad, really. Like, honestly, there's a lot of overreaction. I think people have seen the news reports and they've seen stampeding and possible gunshots and things like that. I want to come here and say there was no gunshots at all. It's Leimert Park. It's the hood, the 40s. They've been out there since fucking White Man Can't Jump film. They were actually in the film. So they just been hanging out there.
Right.
So even before the day, I kind of already knew what was going on. Talked to some people I know and just like, yo, like, hold it down. Like, we trying to do this for the community. It's gonna be old folks out there, kids. Like, let's just hold it down. And the people I knew did the best they could. But it was a fight at one point. And I literally saw the whole fight happen. It was a man and a woman. So I can't even say it was any gang violence. Right. It was a man and a woman fighting. Another guy jumped in, kind of knocked the guy out. That was the fight. That ended. A bottle broke, and that's what kind of made people run.
Okay.
That was one thing. And then after that, it was actually a tent had fell.
Wow.
Because there's just so many people out there, just people pushing against tents and things like that. And then when that tent fell, I think someone shouted gun or something like that. And then people ran. And really, that was all it took. I mean, the city was trying to shut it down all day.
Okay.
Like the fire marshal was there and just like, yo, we just getting packed. Like we saw people on the roof during Too Short's performance.
The Pizza Hut roof was the biggest party of the day.
Yeah, like shout out to Pizza Hut. We had saw people on the roof since Too Short's performance, and the city was like letting it ride. Yeah. But they were also like, this is kind of dangerous. Yeah. And then at one point they came up to us and it was like, yo, like the city councilwoman like wants to shut this down. And we're like, huh? Like she backstage with us. Like we went and found her backstage. She's like, nah, I'm forgetting her name right now. But she's like, nah, like this is for the community. Like we gonna keep it going. So like, I don't know who made that call to him and lied, but she was having a great time.
Crazy.
Mayor Karen Bass came out. She was having a great time. She came, shook hands, kissed babies, did all the good stuff.
Have you found the girl that was dancing on the roof?
Yeah, I did. I forgot. I follow her on Instagram now. I forget her name. She's a Delta.
Okay.
She's from LA. She's actually a DJ too. We're gonna try to have her DJ next year.
That's fire.
Shout out to her. She was just having the time of her life.
She was turned all the way up.
I'm trying to look for the other girl that was dancing on the roof when Wale was performing.
No hands?
It was a girl shaking her ass up there. And I'm like, I'm trying to find you.
Man, he shut shit down. It looked like everybody was paying attention to that performance, and that was like the one. Like, if you didn't see any video from that, I knew that I saw multiple videos of what Wale did that day, and it has to be vindication for a lot of things that people say about him.
And that's the thing. I hate that it even has to be vindication. It's like you're a part of Black culture. You're one of those artists who you can go in any Black community around the United States and have a performance, and it's gonna be turned. You have those hits, and I hope that he realizes that, and I know I realize it. That's why instantly when I thought about a performer, I was like, let's get Wale. Yeah. Like, he has hits across generations and just across demographics and just across age groups.
Right.
It's like Lotus Flower Bomb is some shit that my mom knows, and then you got No Hands is some shit that I'm gonna turn up to. So like, I saw that coming, and I was just happy to see him up there having a good time. Like, crowd singing along to every single song. It was dope. So shout out to him. Shout out to DJ Money. He had Alex Vaughn on. Mm-hmm. She was dope. I was actually surprised by her performance. I'm a fan of her music, but just to see the crowd that was out there for her, I was like, oh, okay, like you got something. Yeah. So yeah, man, it was dope. I mean, sadly, we didn't get Jasmine on stage. After that tent fell, they were just like, yo, this is just turning into like a hazard. So we had to shut it down early. But, shout out to everybody that's coming out. Hopefully, we'll have another performance for Jasmine really soon for the public. Maybe it'll just be for private, honestly. But yeah, we were definitely trying to figure out how we can kind of do it bigger and better and safer in Leimert Park. And, shout out to the community. Like, that's a community I actually lived and grew up in. Like, when I was in high school, I lived right off of King and 8th. So just to see something like that, like, I grew up going to the King parades and to see that energy transmuted into the Leimert Park Juneteenth as an adult is just super dope. So
it's crazy to just give back like that. Like that's just such a huge moment for just you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to be able to give back to that neighborhood.
I mean, that's just my life goal. My work goal is always to kind of give back to the community and culture that inspired me. Right. So that's something I'm always going to do. And it just felt good. I was joking with the homie, and I was like, yeah, I might have to do this shit in Inglewood Market Street. Yeah. I feel like, it's getting a little more gentrified, so it might be a little safer. Yeah. But we'll figure it out, man. I'm glad that people were able to have a good time for the time that they did have, and, see you guys next year.
Hey, man, big B&D for that, man. Shout out Josh Pease for that. Shout out Amazon.
Legend.
Come on.
Legend.
Come on.
Trying to be.